Hello everyone. Today we are going to study a new chapter from the engineering drawing, that is your first unit, projection of solids. Okay. So we'll start with the definition of the solids. Okay. What is solid? Solid is nothing but a 3D object having length, width or breadth and thickness, bounded by the surfaces, may be either plane or curved or the combination of the two. That is, any object which has three dimensions, that is length, breadth and width. Okay. uh, and bounded with the surface, it might be either curved or plane, is called as 3D object or it is called as solid. Okay. So mainly we classify solids into two parts, that is polyhedron and solids of revolutions. Okay. We divide it into two parts. As you can see, the first one, polyhedron. The solids bounded by its plane surface, that is faces, is called polyhedron. Poly means more than two is called poly. Okay, more than two is called as poly. So polyhedron is nothing but a solid bounded by the only by the plane surfaces, not the curved surfaces. We have said in the definition that the solids are nothing but the has three dimensions and may be a plane surface or it might be curved surface. But polyhedron is a solid bounded only by the plane surfaces. So in that we have four types. In the polyhedrons we have four types, that is tetrahedron, cube, prism and pyramid. In tetrahedron we have three faces. Okay. Okay. Four or three face triangles meet at a point is called as tetrahedron. Okay, which has a square base and all the planes are of same shape, that is called tetrahedron. Next is cube. As you know, cube has all these six sides equal. Okay, all the dimensions are equal for the cube. Okay. Prism, which has different bases. Okay, prism might have a square base, rectangular base. Okay, it might be a octagonal, hexagonal or a pentagonal base with a variation in the height. Its the height will be larger than the other two sides. Its height will be larger than the other two sides. That is called prism. It might be of various shapes depending upon the shape of the base. Okay. Next is pyramid. Pyramid, which has uh, a bottom surface and has a pointed edge at the top. Okay, it might have many surfaces depending upon the bottom surface. The number of side surfaces will depend upon the bottom surface. Okay, but the difference between the prism and the pyramid is pyramid has a apex point at the top where all the planes meet at a point. Okay, in the prism they do not meet at a point, but the bottom and the top surfaces are of same shape. Okay. Next is, these are the different types of prisms. As I explained, there are different depending upon their shapes of the bases and top edges. Okay, these are the different types of prisms, that is triangular prism, square prism, pentagonal prism and hexagonal prism. Okay, these are the different shapes of pyramid depending upon their base surface. Okay, of depending upon the number of sides of the base, the pyramids are been differentiated. Okay, it is a square base, which is pentagonal base, hexagonal and octagonal base pyramids. okay, which has uh, bottom surface and it has a apex at a point where all the planes side surfaces meet at a single point. It's called as pyramid. Next is the second type, solids of revolutions, when some of the plane figures are revolved about one of their sides. As you can see in the image, okay, the in the cylindrical image, you can see a right angle rectangle, okay, which is making a 90 degrees to the base, so it is called as right angle. So this right angle uh, triangle is revolving around one of its edge, okay, the longer edge. So when it revolves around the its one of its longer edge, it is trying to make a circumference of it. If you can imagine, you can see the arrow which is trying to rotate around its axis. So due to that, it is making a revolution, okay, 360-degree revolution it is making. So it makes a cylinder. In the cone you can see a triangular plane is used and it is rotated around about 360 degrees um, through the one of its perpendicular edges, okay, through its perpendicular edges, which makes a cone shape. If you try to revolve it through one of its fixed plane, it will make a cone, okay. So this is what solid of revolutions is. Now we will come to the details of the solids. We will try to understand and try to know the different parts of the solids, okay. So as you see, as you can see, when the two surfaces meet at a point, it is marked by red color, okay, that point is called, or that line is called as edge, okay, where these three edges meet, where the three edges meet is called vertex, okay, it is called as vertex. When two planes meet, this is called as edge, okay, and where three edges meet at a single point and make a corner, that corner is known as vertex, okay. So with the help of the four sides, okay, we make a face or a plane. When four lines drawn together and close together, that makes a face, okay, that makes a face, okay, that makes a face, okay. Next we'll come to try to find out from the pyramid what are the different parts in the pyramid. If you can see, we have a triangular enclosed face, okay, whichever plane which is enclosed, it is called as face or the plane. The two planes joining at a point is called as edge, right, this edge, this face and this face meeting at a point, so it is trying to make a edge there. When all the edges meet at a point, you can see the red marked point, that is called as apex, okay, that is called as apex. This point is called as apex, you can see here, this is called as apex, okay. These are the few details you have to keep in the mind, okay, while solving the problems, because the questions will be verbal questions, so you have to understand the different terms used in the questions and try to solve the problem. So we'll try to understand how the objects are being placed or positioned to because it is very important to understand the positioning of the objects. If we get do mistakes in understanding the positioning of the objects, we might the whole problem may get wrong. So we'll try to understand um, how the objects are being positioned depending upon the given terms. Okay, if they say in the question that the base edge is inclined, then any object should be placed such a way that one of its edge should be perpendicular to, okay, perpendicular to perpendicular to the should be perpendicular to axis. Okay, it should be perpendicular to axis, that is xy line. Okay, it should be perpendicular to the axis. Understand one more time that when in the question it is said that the base edge is inclined, means in the top view, when you're drawing a top view in the HP, okay, we will be drawing it in the HP. Okay, that time your one of a plane edge should be perpendicular to the xy line on the right hand side. As you can see here, I have red highlighted it for your reference. Same way, whenever they say that a base is inclined, the base edge is inclined, they say edge, the edge should come to the right hand side and it should be perpendicular to the xy axis. It might be for pentagon or it might be for hexagon or any of the object. Okay, so next type of positioning is the base corner is inclined. If they say the base corner is inclined, as I said in the definition that corner means nothing but vertex, this vertex where two edges meet at a point or two or more edges meet at a point, it is called as vertex. So we have to make sure that your vertices are to the right hand side of your axis. Okay, it should be to the right hand side of your sheet. Okay, that is a important thing. As you can see here, we have marked by red color line. You can see it is to the right hand side, okay, to the of your drawing. Here also you can see it is to the right hand side. Okay, it is to the right hand side. When they say edge is inclined, we should bring the edge to the right hand side and it should be perpendicular to the xy line. When we say base corner, means the bottom plane's corner is inclined, we will bring the corner to the right hand side. This is we have to keep in mind while solving the problem. We will try to solve the problem in the next class.